yesterday we arrived in Battambang in Cambodia, and on classic travel day fare we decided to do pretty much nothing yesterday but laze around the hotel as you do. It's important to build in some rest when you're long-term traveling, we think. Anyway, back to what we're doing today. So some friends of ours recommended that we get in contact with this tour driver called Small. So they passed us across his number, so we picked up, contacted him and booked a tour today to go around Battambang and see the sort of main tourist attractions. Link to Small's website, he has his own WordPress, down below in the comments. We'll see you in the tuk-tuk.
So the temple we're at now is the oldest Buddhist temple in Battambang, but it was also used as a prison by the Khmer Rouge during their regime. Our guide told us this was a prison that was for women. There are 3 temples close by, this one was for women, there's one that was used for men and one that was mixed. So it's not, the temple down below isn't used as a practicing temple anymore, but this one up here is.
For those of you who don't know about the Khmer Rouge, and to be honest, we didn't know much about this before researching Cambodia before the trip, the Khmer Rouge ruled Cambodia from 1975 to 1979. Pol Pot, the leader of the Khmer Rouge, wanted to rid Cambodia of Western capitalist ideas and bring Cambodia back to a year zero, where all members of society were agricultural workers. However, during this reign, religion, education, music, and radios were banned. Anyone labelled as a traitor was put to death, which included lawyers and doctors, and families were separated as well, as the regime believed the Angkar, or organisation, was the family of every Cambodian. As a result of the Khmer Rouge, a quarter of Cambodia's population were killed. People were tortured before being sent to death, and others were worked to death in labour camps across the country. Children were recruited as child soldiers and were made to turn against family members. As well as this, Buddhist temples and schools were turned into prison. We learned that there was a saying here, to keep you is no gain, to destroy you is no loss. Visiting Cambodia, you can still see and feel the effects of this very recent history, and learning about it, we feel, was very important in understanding Cambodia. If you would like to learn more, I would encourage you to read the books First They Killed My Father and When Broken Glass Floats. These memoirs detail what it was like growing up under the Khmer Rouge and give a harrowing account of this time period. We would also recommend seeing places like this, as well as visiting S21 and the killing fields whilst in Phnom Penh. These are incredibly difficult visits, but worth seeing to remember this awful time period and learn what this country suffered.
It is quite good.
Yeah?
Now we have with the lambs and pepper.
Pepper?
Yeah.
Right, who wants to go first? Do you want to try first?
Like a lot of meat.
Yeah.
So we
So
have
just-
come to have wrap barbecue.
Yeah. Some pepper. It's good.
What does it taste like, Kyle? Chicken?
Tastes like ribs.
Ribs?
It tastes like ribs, like pork ribs.
Really?
Yeah, it really does.
Oh, interesting.
It's not bad. It's just it's just a whole rat.
For me, rat tastes like rat.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. You're gonna give him a go? Yeah, I think just pull off the leg and just go for it.
I like this so much.
Eat all.
Do you eat the head?
Everything.
Everything.
Except the teeth and bone.
Maybe not the bones.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's not. Yeah, it's not too like.
It just tastes like.
Yeah.
It just tastes like meat.
Yeah, it's not super out there. It's quite good. There's not much meat on it.
No.
I like.
From
So Kyle, how was your rat eating experience?
It's surprisingly normal.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. I would, yeah, have a
Just
beer,
tastes like-
couple of those.
It tastes like barbecue.
Yeah.
I think just for me, just because I shouldn't be a meat eater, because every time I see something that looks like the animal, I'm like, ooh. But we were saying that like we're more inclined to eat something like if it's a part of someone's culture, like just because it's a different meat to what we eat at home doesn't mean that it's any different. And if it's some part of someone's culture and someone's like cultural identity, then like I don't think you should necessarily be like, ooh, that's gross, because it's the same. Like, what's the difference? I think the only thing for us is like I would eat something that was part of someone's culture, but I wouldn't eat something that's like necessarily there for a gimmick. Like we saw in Siem Reap, there were crocodile burgers. I really hope you can hear me. There were crocodile burgers and they were just there to be there for the tourists. And I would think I would leave that, but something that like is rat, that is like something that people in Cambodia eat, why not?
Yeah. I think the story behind the rat's kind of important as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. The fact that people are eating rats because during sort of Khmer Rouge rule, it was one of the only sources of food that they had. It makes sense that that would continue, and in a way it's kind of important that that's preserved.
Yeah, so they have the rats with rice, and because in the Khmer Rouge there was just no food, so who eats the rats?
Yeah, that aspect of it, like the fact that it's got historical cultural significance makes it a bit more than just eating tarantulas on Khao Road because it's funny.
Yeah.
see the shape of the mountain look like a ship, look like a boat.
It's a steep mountain. You excited for your motorbike trip? We've just arrived at the Bat Caves, and there's two ways to get to the top. So you can walk, which takes about an hour and a half, or you can jump on the back of a motorbike, which is the option we're going for. So Gemma's on with our guide, and I'm on with someone else. That was a fun little drive. Definitely didn't feel like I was going to die for most of that, and waving the camera around as well. I think I could see the annoyance on the guy's face. I know it's really awkward to drive a moped when you've got someone else on the back, especially when that person's not leaning with you and just kind of waving the camera around, so sorry, random Cambodian guy. Wow. I guess this is the view from halfway up the mountain. Look at that. Honestly, our guide is so like knowledgeable about Cambodian folklore. He just gave us an amazing tale up on why this mountain is called Boat Mountain. the gist of it, I won't recount the whole tale here because that would take the fun away from you guys visiting Cambodia and actually finding it out for yourself. Is originally there was a boat with the that was sailed up the mountain, and then the story goes that the water was taken away, thus leaving the boat stranded, and that's why the mountain looks like a boat, which is kind of interesting. I like that one. This was amazing just looking out over like the Cambodian scenery. We've been in Laos for a couple of weeks and we were in Thailand before that, and both those countries are so hilly and like mountainous, but when you stand up here and just look out at like the rice fields in Cambodia, it's just flat. It's like a it's like an equal plane, and you can just see the horizon line at eye level, which is something I don't think I've ever actually experienced before, because England is also very hilly, so it's super interesting.
Temple dog. Temple dog, drink the water. No, you can't see it.
Okay. This one is the hell.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Heaven.
Okay.
And the earth. So because we believe in a good karma and bad karma. If
Yeah.
you do good, you receive good. If you do bad, you receive bad. Yes.
So we just saw a Buddhist temple that again was used by the Khmer Rouge as a prison. And again, there's not necessarily a killing field here, but there's a killing cave. So they would take the prisoners from the prison where they tortured them and then take them to the cave where they'd be killed. And at this cave they don't know how many people were there because it wasn't documented. Some people were just led straight to the killing cave. But yeah, it's very, very hard to see, isn't it, Kyle?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, but important, I think, to see. And now we're gonna hop on the motorbikes again. We're gonna have another drive and we'll be at the back cave.
So there are 3 stops total on our way up the mountain. This is the second stop where the where the killing cave is, where the golden temple is, I believe. And there's also a lot of monkeys, which is good, because we like monkeys.
Oh, what's this? Oh, he's gone. That was sad. Oh, what's this? Dojim. Run. Places to be.
I think they're cute.
I think they're cute. I think they're just... This is the most amazing thing. They just they weren't there, and then all of a sudden they were like,
Time to go.
I feel like one of them was stood in the cave mouth, and it's just like, alright buddies, time to fly. Like in a Bug's Life with the grasshoppers.
So many of them.
Yeah. How would you rate this one? Must go or oh no?
Must go.
Must go.
Must go. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Back in the tuk-tuk during the bat migration, I guess. Jinx, bad luck, Jinx. To go to the roadside to try and view it from there as well. So that's why we're leaving this spectacular site for hopefully an equally spectacular site.
welcome to day 2 of our tour. Yesterday we were meant to finish everything in the whole day, but unfortunately because of the downpour at lunchtime, we didn't get to do the bamboo train. We would have had to wait an hour to be able to get onto it, and then we would have been really tight with our timings to get to the killing cave and the bat cave and everything. So we decided that we'd leave it. We're here another day, so we'll just do it this morning. We are looking a bit tired, mainly because we are. We're traveling a bit faster through Laos, Cambodia than we have been, and I think it is taking its toll a bit. I think we're ready for some relaxation in Vietnam. But today should be a lovely day because it is Kyle's birthday. So we're starting the day off by going on the bamboo train, which you'll see, and then I think that'll be the end of the video, so we can then like go have like a little date day. I think we're gonna get a KFC. We're gonna go for a massage. We might just wander around the city. So it should be a really lovely day. So come along with us for the bamboo train, and hopefully today we can ride it.
Yeah, these windows are just inside. Like so many buildings in Cambodian cities, this is definitely French influenced. A lot of these were built during colonial times, and you can see that a lot of the house structures are those sort of French colonial houses, the really small ones with the balconies that face the outside streets. It's interesting to see that the old colonial buildings built by the French have been reclaimed now, and a lot of them are for to kind of prop up the tourism industry, which is obviously one thing that Cambodia really relies on. There we go.
Here are the beginnings of the bamboo train, I would assume.
I guess it's not actually a train, they're going to build it.
I thought it was gonna like roll through and it would stop. And now the bamboo train is assembled. I feel like this is going to be an interesting experience.
Sorry, Lynn.
Perfect, thank you.
How are you feeling about this, Gemma?
An adventure, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, we're going to move out of the way. So the best part about the bamboo train is that the top section is not actually attached to the wheels. It just sits on top. So we just stopped off at the rest stop. I think the route for the bamboo train is sort of some distance down the rails. I was going to say 500 meters, but it goes pretty quick, so it's probably a bit further than that. And it's one of those, you know, as like the little rest stop comes into view, there's a lot of sort of shops and stuff. So it's kind of stop off there, wait a bit, they disassemble the train and then reassemble it so you can go back the other way. But it's one of those things that really got me thinking about how, like, in the past, when we travelled to Vietnam and when we travelled to other countries, whenever there's something like this, I've always been that tourist who's like, you know, clam up, don't sit down, don't take a drink, don't even entertain the idea of buying stuff. And as we were coming over, actually, weird coincidence that this happened, I was kind of thinking to myself about it. I don't think that is necessarily the right thing to do. I mean, sure, the drinks were a bit more expensive than we would have paid for normally. I bought a shirt that maybe I wouldn't have bought normally. But to be honest, the money that you spend on these things, to us, traveling out here, is not a huge amount of money. Sure, we need to budget for it, but tacking on an extra $7 onto the price of something that costs $5 to do, making it 12 is not unreasonable. And I think it really does make a big difference to the people whose livelihoods actually rely on this, because for them it's got to be so soul crushing, just every day bringing people in and just having to like deal with them just clamming up and being like, no, 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 don't want to do this, don't want to do this. And while it seems like they can be a bit pushy, it's understandable when literally whether they have food or anything tonight is based on whether or not they make a sale. So to be honest, I might never wear the shirt again, but it doesn't really matter because I don't mind giving away some of my money. I can afford to do it, and I'm in a privileged enough position that I can travel to the other side of the world and I can do that. And I feel like it's a lot better than just giving money away, because it's a business, it's helping them to actually, you know, live their lives and continue to get food and continue to be okay. And it's a lot less demeaning than just, you know, having to beg for money or just giving them money as like a donation. At least then, like, the work they're putting in and the business acumen that they've got is paying off. So I don't really know why I wanted to come out and start getting all deep and talking about that stuff, but I guess today was the time. So I'm gonna go back because I've left Gemma sitting on her own with a can of warm Fanta, and we should be getting back on the train soon because it looks like they've just started reconstructing it. Some deep confusion up ahead. What's going on here? Maybe there's something coming. Turns out it was nothing.
Kyle, so what did you think about your birthday bamboo train experience?
That was really cool.
Yeah?
It was really cool.
It went fast at the end there, we were
It did go really fast
speeding.
at the end.
Yeah.
I like it.
Must go
Definitely a
or
must
only?
go. Yeah,
Must
I think
go.
in Battambang for sure.
It's a thing here.
It is a thing here.
Thing to do. Okay.
And now we need to find our
Yeah,
driver.
now we're back and we need to find Small. But I don't know where he is. He'll probably come over in a bit.
Oh wait, he's wearing a yellow shirt, isn't he?
No, he's wearing a grey shirt.
And that about wraps things up for this video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.